I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right.
If you're looking for a great place to buy your toys, Kokis has a great range of figures, including your favorite ones from HIYA toys like Godzilla, King Ghidorah, the female Muto. Get 6% off in all your purchases with my discount code. Use Ruby Kokis to get all your favorite figures much cheaper than anywhere else with fast shipping. Link in the description down below. This also means you don't have to wait for those long releases from the US. You can get everything much faster and exactly the same time that HIYA Toys releases their figures from their end. So what are you waiting for? Use the link in the description, apply the code to get everything much cheaper. It's highly recommended. Thank you for watching the video. Yesterday night we finally have the reveal for Shimu, the articulated version, and Godzilla Evolved from HIYA Toys. Both of them look very impressive, and now this gives us a better understanding how both companies will stack up with each other. And indeed, a lot of people are already comparing both of them. It's something that naturally will happen, and there is a difference between all four figures. They're totally different companies. They are aiming at different people, but at the same time similar in different areas. MonsterArts Godzilla is around 130 plus shipping, and it can be up to 160, almost the 200 mark. It's very articulated. It's supposed to be based on the movie version. On the other hand, you have HIYA Toys Godzilla Evolved, 451 USD plus shipping, and it's very accurate. We're seeing the pictures right now, and indeed it looks very impressive. Good details. They're very sharp. The paint application looks very great. Now for Shimu, MonsterArts is aiming for 240 plus shipping, and for HIYA Toys it's around $60, around $80 plus shipping. Now both of them are supposed to be accurate, but that's not the case. For MonsterArts, that one is based on early concept art. HIYA Toys is aiming for accuracy. Now the biggest debate between MonsterArts and HIYA Toys, every time MonsterArts seems to release a brand new figure, HIYA Toys fires back, showing the same figure done in their way, cheaper, better for the value, while MonsterArts is giving you a expensive figure with no accessories, and that doesn't make sense to customers. Now let's take a look at Shimu right now. Shimu currently has a very beautiful paint job. The accuracy is there, similar to the movie. It's not a single color of white throughout the body. You see the mouth is done in a realistic touch. Very good teeth, very great accuracy and details. The crystals are individually painted. Even though they're not transparent, they still give out that look that we saw in the movie. There's multiple colors around the crystals. It's a icy touch, purple, blue, and you see multiple colors. That's what makes those crystals come to life, even without the effect of translucent material. Now the skin has a pearl-like color throughout the body. You see some reds, some browns, you see some blacks. There's multiple colors throughout her body, which makes the details pop out even more. Now the difference is MonsterArts is more expensive and giving you less in return. The only thing that I see value within MonsterArts right now, it has more articulation in certain areas. While HIYA Toys does have some advantages with articulation, like in the fingers and some areas, people simply cannot find enough justification on what MonsterArts is offering you compared to HIYA Toys. It's like, why would you go with MonsterArts when HIYA Toys is doing it better and cheaper, giving you more for your value, more for your buck? Granted, there is multiple people out there that like HIYA Toys and MonsterArts. For me personally, the only reason why I would skip over HIYA Toys over MonsterArts is because MonsterArts simply has more smooth articulation and is just a little bit bigger. But I honestly cannot find multiple answers or reasons why you should choose MonsterArts over HIYA Toys. There isn't. The fact is, HIYA Toys Shimu is definitely the better figure at a lower price point, giving you more in return to customers. The other reasons would be because you like the translucent material crystals and you liked more the concept art version of Shimu compared to the final version. Those are the only reasons as to why you could justify, I suppose, purchasing the Monster Arts over HIYA Toys, or the other one would be because you simply have spare money and you can afford both of them and you simply do not care. Although you do have to take into consideration not everybody has a lot of money. Everybody is going through different situations in life, and sometimes we only have one choice for every single figure. So when it comes down to choosing between HIYA Toys and Monster Arts, I think it's a no-brainer. The customer will definitely go for the cheaper price point and what has more value to them in return. Now, another thing that I want to touch, think about it this way. We should be extremely grateful for having HIYA Toys. Think about it for a second. If it wasn't for HIYA Toys, up until today, we would never have an official articulated Mutos. We would never have an official articulated Shimu that's 100% accurate in all the figures that they've done. That would have never happened because Monster Arts simply doesn't take risk. They don't like adapting new things. They don't like to evolve. From what I can tell, Monster Arts within this year has done significantly less figures than HIYA Toys. HIYA Toys in less than 3 years or 2 years has pumped out more figures than Monster Arts has ever done probably throughout their whole entire decade or lifespan, which says a lot of that company. Not only that, Monster Arts has been declining in terms of quality, paint job, accuracy, and false promises, false marketing. To me, it's mind-boggling how a brand new company has been able to do more for this community than Monster Arts has been able to do for more than a decade. Now, I know some people are going to call me a hater. That's totally fine. I could care less. The fact is, I don't support Monster Arts anymore because my experience with that company, and I think most of us can agree, has been terrible. Prices have gone so much higher. There's a significant chance that the figure is going to fall off on you. There's a significant chance that it's going to have quality control issues, that the figure does not even look accurate. For the longest time, we've been telling that company, change the sculpture for Godzilla 2019. The original one is perfect, but beyond that, I don't know what happened. Supposedly there were some problems and the face became deformed over time. It was no longer accurate. They kept reusing the same mold multiple times without addressing those issues. We always told them, do something about it. We always got ignored for the longest time, and same thing applied for other figures. Like Godzilla Final Wars, it had problems. They never did anything. So why should we support a company that doesn't listen to any feedback, that doesn't strive to improve on those figures, that doesn't strive to deliver the very best quality in terms of paint job, accuracy, and quality control issues, that doesn't care anymore? You can tell that there's no passion anymore behind Monster Arts. It's like they're just doing the line because of the name. And out of nowhere, here comes HIYA Toys, a brand new company that has passion. You can tell that they actually listen to fans because they actually improve on older figures. One example, the legendary version for Godzilla 2019, it had that awful circle on the jaw. It had neck articulation problems. What happened? The next release got improved with a brand new sculpture, better details, better articulation. The prices are significantly cheaper. You can purchase 2 figures from HIYA Toys when you can only purchase 1 figure from Monster Arts, offering significantly less. HIYA Toys isn't scared of trying new things. They've been experimenting with effects. They've been experimenting with updating the ball joints, updating sculptures. And not only that, what's impressive, the rate that they keep releasing figures is significantly faster than Tamashii Nation's Monster Arts has done over the decade. And that's a fact. It's not bullshit. We're talking about facts here. Now, when you look at different departments within the same company, the Yu-Gi-Oh line is impressive. The articulation, the effects that they get are so damn good. The figures definitely look impressive. They have a good size. Look at Monster Hunters. The accuracy is there. Look at all of the effects that they get. They look impressive. And the paint job on every single figure is beyond impressive. The Ultraman line, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Naruto, they've done so many good anime figures. It seems like the only company that's fallen behind would be Monster Arts. Every single department seems to be innovating. They seem to be motivated. They always give people so many figures. And then you have Monster Arts. Look, one example is they just released multiple times Space Godzilla. While Space Godzilla looks really nice, the articulation engineering behind that figure is already outdated. Why couldn't they take their time to update the articulation to put it up to par to the modern figures? If you're going to release a brand new figure, why not take that extra time to actually upgrade, update the articulation and the sculpture to improve and deliver effects? I mean, the figures and the prices are already freaking expensive. You might as well go all out. But in this case, it just seems that that company doesn't care for fans, doesn't care for Godzilla in general. I'm not sure how they even acquire the license. But look, again, Tamashii Nation's Monster Arts has a different focus. Their focus is the Japanese audience. And if it's not even clear enough, both companies have different aims, while at the same time aiming for the same figures. Only one of them always comes out on top, always innovating, always improving each time, and that would be HIYA Toys. I really do not see any reasons anymore why anybody would want to purchase, a Monster Arts figure. Now let's take a look at Godzilla Evolved for both companies. Both of them, I've said it, they look fantastic. I know there's some people that don't like Monster Arts and they called it a downgrade compared to the promo images. I think yes, there is differences, and it's obvious that the promo images will always be the better figure compared to the final release, although companies should definitely strive to maintain that type of quality and deliver the very best to the customer. But anyways, look, I like the Monster Arts Godzilla. I think that's the only impressive figure currently from Godzilla X Kong The New Empire. HIYA Toys does have an impressive Godzilla. Now, when I saw the promo images, I was not feeling it. I didn't like the figure because I thought the stomach looked weird. The sculpture was not convincing me 100%. That is, until we saw them yesterday. HIYA Toys has revealed Shimu and Godzilla Evolved. If you take a look at the HIYA Toys version of Godzilla, it almost seems like it can do the same things that Monster Arts can do. Granted, Monster Arts does have the articulation advantage. It's obviously going to be able to look down and up, side to side, and do the poses a lot better than HIYA Toys. Now, the reason why people are not going for Monster Arts anymore is because HIYA Toys can most likely do what Monster Arts can do at a significantly less price point. If the gap difference isn't significant enough for people to justify going for Monster Arts, they're going for HIYA Toys, obviously. If the articulation holds up good enough to be able to replicate what Monster Arts can do, and the sculpture looks better, the paint job looks better, it's obvious that people are often going to go for HIYA Toys over Monster Arts because the price point. If you're somebody who still hasn't made a decision and you want my opinion, this is the way I see it. Think about it like this. Price point, articulation, and accuracy. What matters to you more? If you're somebody on a budget and you're looking for something with decent articulation and you want the best accuracy, go with HIYA Toys. Now, on the other hand, if articulation and the smooth process of movement matters to you and you're somebody that does stop motion or does videos, I think Monster Arts is definitely the figure for you. And it also depends on accuracy. If you don't care for accuracy, it's obviously Monster Arts. If you have money, it's Monster Arts. And think about the value that you're getting in return. For each individual figure, how much money are you spending and how much value are you getting in return as a customer? For me, what's giving the best value in return would have to be HIYA Toys, because they simply seem to care more about the customer. Shimu, we all know that it has the better proportion, it has more muscles, the paint job is superior, and of course the articulation is there. It has unique articulation, it has the better price point. Now before I end up the video, I want to touch on another thing that's been happening. So recently I noticed that somebody is taking photos or photos that I edit myself. Now I don't have any problems with that as long as you give credits. Now for me, what I personally do, if I don't have the permission from someone else, or if that person is at least taking the photos, my responsibility is to give credits to those people. I always do that in the description down below, or at least in the video. It's the least that you can do as a content creator, give credits to the original creator. Now what's bugging me is that there is someone out there, I'm not going to name any names because I don't want any drama, but it does sort of bug me how they're not being honest with their audience. And this person does have a lot of followers. Now recently, yesterday, I did an edit of Godzilla and Shimu, and I did it myself, you know. It's not something that the original content creator did. This is something that I took my time and did it myself. Now, I did a few things to recognize the image. I obviously didn't put the watermark because it wasn't my image, but I do take credits for at least putting the image together of both figures. Now, this other creator took my image, gave no credits, and I've noticed that he's been doing this for multiple images. He's taking pretty much content from other content creators without giving any credits, and he's pretending like he owns all of those figures, or at least is the individual covering those news, going to those events and taking the photos, when that is not the case. And I thought that was the case until I saw my photo there and a few others, and that got me thinking, I don't think it's fair that we take our time to edit those photos, or people that go to those events and take the pictures only to have someone else take your work, your content, and just within seconds upload them to whatever platform and get the credit for actually supposedly taking those pictures or being the source of the original content. It is not fair, and the least that you could do as a big content creator is give everybody credits. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you know who you are. I'm not going to name your name. Please get in contact with me. Let's talk about this, or at least start giving out credits to everybody, because I don't think it's fair that you're out here putting the least amount of effort and getting the most amount of views and likes for something that does not belong to you. Come on, don't be a coward, man up and be responsible. The least that you can do is give credits.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.